Hello. Hi. Thank you, Ray. Thanks, Jay and Victoria, for your poems. They were really well. I've been fans of your work for years, so you know all this. It's good to see you here. And to those who have joined us, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us. The essay's worth of things to say, which have been said by Mina Salami, Audre Lorde, Toni Morrison, so many far articulate writers than I. So all I like to do is raise up those voices, raise up those teachings, and ask that the white members of the audience to familiarize yourself with those, and ask yourself how you can break them into digestible morsels you can teach to those around you. The scale of what we're asking, of what we're demanding, is vast. It requires a rethinking of not just the world as you know it, but the world as your father knew it, as your mothers knew it, as their parents and the parents before them knew it. And as daunting as that is to consider, imagine what it is to live in that world and to have done so for centuries. And that is the nature of the conversation that we need to have. And I implore you to have those conversations, however difficult, however abstract they get. Thank you. So I don't usually decide what poems to read when I'm asked to do so. I try to create really collaborative spaces between myself and my audience. I have this app on my iPad, which has all the poems I've ever written. And what I ask my audience to do is to give me a word, which I'll tap into the app and find a poem which contains the word and read the word to you guys. So that is what we're going to do. So I'm just gonna set my timer here. And yes, who would like to give me a word? Okay, there are quite a few pouring in. Okay, I will begin with mother. Mother, M-O-T-H. Mother. Yeah, quite a few. Okay, this is a poem called Private School. The year is 1641. My ancestor is an 8-year-old child of mischief, flinching at a thin breeze, noosing his neck. He turns for reassurance from his mother and finds the sibling he's yet to love suckling. He swallows the sudden anger bright in his mouth and leaves the hut. Outside, night hugs the skies over the village, over each stride of forest, unfurled of leaf, each stem turning as it falls to the path he takes. He stops just short of the secret clearing, where all the boys of the village practice grappling from the waist, the steps to lift and throw a rival down. The champion wrestlers laugh for their awkward twist, and my ancestor aches to show his skill. Weeks ago, when his father explained that strange boats, longer and wider than trees, had docked just beyond the valley, and he and a fist of brave men journeyed to see who had come, he promised to keep from fighting, to obey his mother. Months after, when the moon-colored men come, my ancestor, who's dragged uphill to hide with the wives and children, watches the wrestlers try against the rain of gunfire and swords and screams as their bodies fall to chains. In the heaving darkness of a club, centuries later, I watch the silent island men sway to reggae. Their eyes shut tight as if recording private lessons. They twist with the grace of water and waves. They move with a sorrow only oceans know. Okay, another poem, another word, rage. Okay, I'll try the word rage, R-A-G-E. Yeah, this is a poem called Clubbin. It's about the slave trade. It begins with the shackling of necklaces across throats. The distorted custom of wearing amulets to battle, talismans to war. We are new hunters. Wear jeans for camouflage, clutch mobile phones like spears. Journey to the village, town, city, square, and meet the rest of the tribe, mostly in short skirts, armed with stilettos, armored by Chanel. Dusk thickens. The customary bickering between us commences through the jungle vines of power lines, stampede of zebra crossings, night growth of streets bustling. Our ritual is natural until the traders come. Greater armed, they divide with such ease that most of us are taken. Those who resist are swayed by liquor deals, sail to darkness where the master spins a tune, not our own. We move stiffly to it as minds force indifference, but spines have a preference for drums. Rage building, we make our melody, fight to find our feet until the master tries to mix our movements with his song, but the rhythm is uneven, the tempo wrong. Against its waves, we raise voices in anger, fists in protest, dance to the tide, the militant against the music, 1,000,000 men marching through seas. But we still know how to cross water. The ocean holds our bones, explains our ease of navigating past bouncers like breeze into night's air, where clouds pass like dark ships and find us beached, bent with parched lips, loose-limbed and looking to light. Now, the best thing about clubbing is not this of the struggle to make hips sway just so, nor the need to chart cloakrooms as if through underground railroads. Nah, the best thing about clubbing is the feeling of freedom on the bus ride home. Okay, another word. Let me see, tree. Tree, let's go with tree. T-R-E-E, tree. Yeah. I have streets, which has the word tree in it. But hold on, let me keep looking. Let me keep checking. Okay, I have a poem. Yes, which has trees in it. This is called Guerrilla Garden Writing Poem. Yeah, it's about writing and about living in a city. The mouth of the city is tongued with tar. Its glands gutter saliva, teeth chatter in rail clatter, throat echoes, car horns and tires screech, forging new language, a brick city smoke speak of stainless steel consonants and suffocated vowels. These are trees and shrubbery, the clustered flora battling all hours, staccato staggered through streets. Meet Rich and Eleanor on Braeburn Grove as he wrestles her wheelbarrow over cobblestone to the traffic island by Quito Road, where this night, colored a turquoise grit, cathedral quiet and saintly, makes prayer of their whispers and ritual of their work. Bend over, clear rubble, cut weed, and plant. But more than seeds are sown here, you can tell by his tender pat and tended patch, the soft cuff to a boy's head, first day to school. But how the rest with parents pied against stone walls, half into winter's cold, pressed face together as though tulips might stem from two lips, gather spades, forks, weed, and go. Rich wheelbarrows back to Eleanor's as vowels flower, the flowers vowel through smoke speak. The soil softens the city, drenched with new language thrills, and the drains are drunk with dreams. The sky sways on the safe side of tipsy, and it's altogether an alien time of half-life and hope, an afterfight of gentle fog and city smog, where the debris of dew drips to this narrative of progress, this city tale, this story is my story, this vista my song. I too cluster in the quiet, stack against steel, seek islands, hope, and a pen to sew with. Okay, another word. Let's see. The sun is chasing me here. Faith, okay. Faith. Faith. Let me see. Yeah. I have a book coming out called The Actual, and the full title is The Actual Fuck, and all the poems begin with the word fuck. And this poem is called Fuck Humanity, and this is it. Fuck humanity, I want to bellow, like a card-carrying champion of the nihilist society. Fuck all the ways, even our most earnest, faithful, folded over, humbled, deep down considered attempt at amending our venomous ills undoes itself. Think almond milk and California wildfires, nitrogen fertilizer and industrial food waste, factory emissions limits and the trade in carbon offsets, free market and exploitation, voluntary work and white savior complex, vegan avocado diet and deforestations, phones to collect our lonely spirits and black bodies in coal-time mines. Fuck every single attempt. Our best bet is to annihilate our vicious selves. I want to bellow as Ellie pushes her 3-year-old hand into the calloused cave of mine. Her fingers, frail as elderberry petals, flutter. She calls me down to the careful constellations blooming in the brown universe of her brimming eyes, and all I am folds over, humbled, deep down, reconsidering attempts at amending our venomous ills, even if it undoes me. Okay. How much time do I have? Let me see. 22 seconds. So I think I will stop now. But thanks for gathering here and thanks for listening.